And speaking of Imperialist, I have them on the phone right now. So how's it going, guys?
Hey, how's it going, man? Alright, man.
So, with your new album, what inspired you guys to make it?
We wanted to do, I don't know, something a little more. Actually, I wouldn't even say a little more. We wanted to do something like bigger than, I guess, a little EP demo we put out, Automatization. We wanted to keep the theme going, and I want to say we did hit what we wanted to do. We're inspired by the chaos that's pretty much right outside the atmosphere. We like the theme, we like everything about sci-fi, and, our favorite type of metal is black metal. We try to incorporate both of them together. Yeah.
Cool. That's fucking... I really love how the new album's turned out so far. Like, I know that you guys haven't finished putting it out yet, but, like, what I've heard from it so far, it is kicking fucking ass. Like, I know it's not what most people would consider true cult metal, but I am very impressed by it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, and you bring up a point, when you say that it's not your typical cult black metal and whatnot. Because we incorporate so many other elements into the songwriting process and just the playing style, it kind of takes a life of its own, especially as the songs progress. So that's another thing that I really like about Cipher versus our debut EP, Quantum Adaptation, because it seems like we, as a quartet, have found our I guess you can say, our sound or our direction. So we're a little more comfortable, as you listen to music.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to put it. Most people just kind of sum it up to, I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, I got lost in my fucking head for a second there. Let me get to my next question. What was the inspiration behind the album cover? Because I know when we were talking about it before, you said you had a vision and that Adam Burke was really doing a good job at fulfilling your vision.
Yeah, really. There's a couple of factors that really come together with the album cover. First of all, musically, we wanted to kind of rebuild, so that's why we went with the name Cipher, as in zero, as in, just kind of just rediscover our sound or kind of just get more comfortable with where we want to go. That was the first thing. And then the cover itself, I'm sure you've seen, pictures of black holes and just different depictions of them.
Yeah.
And this one, it's more reminiscent to the gargantuan black hole from, just where it has kind of like you can see in 3 dimensions, and then it looks like there's a line going across the sphere itself. And we thought that it was really cool how that kind of looks like a numeric character for zero, where, it's just a circle with a slash going across it, which is kind of in conjunction with the word cipher, which also means, zero. And the actual vision of the artwork is like a culmination of the two. And it also references the events on the album, on the artwork cover for Quantum Adaptation, which depicts like an annihilation from these unknown, flying vehicles, and then you have a ship that is kind of similar aesthetically to the one on Quantum on the cover, which is sort of heading away and towards the black hole. And if you look at the extended full cover artwork for Cipher, you can see that there's a planet, and it's already in the aftermath after its destruction. So that is referencing what had happened on Quantum. So it's sort of, we put out the sound that we did on Quantum, and then we just sort of want to deviate from that into something bigger, a and it just looks epic. It looks really, really huge. Adam, that's the man.
Yeah, it's awesome that you guys, chose Adam for that. Like, everybody here at Metal Devastation Radio has been a huge fan of him, like, since he did our fucking logo. And I've been really impressed with the other album covers he did, and I love that from what you're describing, it sounds like he took your vision and did exactly what you wanted, and that's really fucking cool. And I really love how your album cover makes light blue look so fucking metal.
Yeah, it's funny because in the early stages when we were kind of fixated on the idea, and then in my head I thought, oh, what color is it going to be? I actually wanted either purple or like a, not yellow, more like a tan color, like a very dead,
yeah,
like a champagne color, just very, very dull. But he just came out with blue, and it just blew us away.
Yeah, it's very aesthetically pleasing. So that last track I played before I started the interview with you is actually one of the ones I've been impressed with the most. Splendor Beneath an Ancient Permafrost. What's the story behind that song?
Yeah, it's very. I want to say very cold. I mean, yeah, despite the name, but that's really where the name was inspired from, because of the riffs and just the overall feel of the music.
Yeah.
And so it just felt really cold and icy. So I figured, why not get one of the really awesome stories from H.P. Lovecraft and incorporate it with his music. So it's inspired by Mountains of Madness, where the shadows from under the ice emerge, and yeah, but the lyrical content of the music is more about setting the stage, kind of theater of the mind. So it talks about just the atmosphere and all the ice and snow and the mountains and sky and just everything coming together. And the last bit of the song, where just the intensity just kind of gets ramped up, it starts talking about the shadowy figures and the outcome of the discovery and the story. It's just like a very brief telling and referencing to that story, more inspired by it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
There seems to be a little bit more research that goes into these things that have gone into your album than most people would think.
Well, yeah. And we're incorporating that in the future music that we write as well. And but yeah, this album so far getting a lot of good feedback, and I just can't wait for everyone else to hear it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that myself. What's what song on the album would you say is your favorite?
Well, we'll individually say it, because I can't vote for all of us. But personally, for me, Sergio. Oh, sorry, we didn't even introduce Sergio. Yeah, and for me, I would say The Dark Below is my favorite song, just because it's a long 7-minute plus epic, and it really touches base on everything that we do on the record. So riff-wise, drum-wise, lyrically, it's really epic, and then just the atmosphere, how dreadful it sounds, and it's also very chaotic, and it's a really good summary of the whole record, in my opinion. And I think the riffs are kick-ass. They really go all over the place, and there's a lot of different riffing techniques too that are really fun to play, especially when we play these songs. This song in particular live,
yeah,
it's just intense right from the get-go. And it doesn't really let up. Has some crazy builds, and I don't know. It's probably it is my favorite one to play. It's my favorite one to listen out of the album. I mean, they're all great. That's the one. Alright, Josh here. My favorite song on the album is Chronocasm. The reason behind that is it's a heavy start, and it's heavy all throughout and fast. It pushes me to my limits on speed, that's for sure. And it's just all over the place. It's a real headbanger, so people will love it when they hear it, for sure.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Let's see. Most people believe black metal to be one of the darkest and most blasphemous subgenres of metal. How did you guys take the darkness of black metal and just fucking shoot it into space?
Well, what's blacker and bleaker than out there in space, no light, cold, zero, no sound. That to me is a hell on its own. You don't need like this shell of fire, brimstone, and I think that's probably scarier than being condemned.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I would probably be more okay with trapped in hell than just trapped in a fucking space vacuum.
Yeah, total desolation out there, man. But how many sci-fi movies you've seen where people are trapped in this like space station or like deserted out planet, and just, and you just don't know. You don't know how you survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me is terrifying. And that's just on a small, teeny, tiny scale. There's planets colliding with each other. There's just comets wiping out entire atmospheres. It's just crazy, man. That's untapped for sure.
Oh yeah.
If you can breathe in hell. Ever since you can't breathe, it's not.
How long have you guys been with Transcending Obscurity Records, and how has it been with them?
It's been about a year now, and all I can say is that this has been a really smooth and exciting journey with them. Kunal is a fantastic human being, and he's incredibly professional, and I mean, I feel extremely comfortable knowing that he's the captain of our ship, and all of our other band label mates, he's just doing such great things right now. He's among, other bands that he signed recently. He signed with Dotsford and Master, and it's just, it's really surreal to think that we're on the same label as a band like Dotsford or Master or, Phobos and Paganizer and just a bunch of like such awesome bands from around the world.
Oh yeah.
And it's very humbling that Kunal really likes the music. So we just have been enjoying everything that we've been doing with him in collaboration, because he's really doing his best to make sure that people hear us.
Oh yeah.
And, our music gets into the right hands. So, and this is only the beginning. It's the beginning of this relationship that we have with Transcending Obscurity and Kunal, and everything from working out the pre-orders and working out the releases and all of that to the actual finished product. The CDs, the T-shirts, the vinyl, the box sets, everything is just it's really awesome to see all the hard work that was put into this, and it's very exciting. So yeah, to sum it up, this is great. It's great. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. Like, I think it's really cool that you guys have only been with them for a year and you already have vinyl releases coming up and box sets. Like, how does that make you feel, like, having your album on a fucking vinyl already?
I still don't believe it, man. It's gonna be crazy getting those, like, in our hands, and, maybe about a year ago, or when we were recording it, this is something we were gonna do on a do-it-yourself, and stitch packs in, and they look amazing. We got some shirts in, and I'm excited to show them off to people, the detail, the quality. I feel very privileged to even be on a label like Transcending. He's really outdone himself, honestly. It's amazing. And he does it for the majority of his bands, if not all of them, from what I've seen so far.
Oh, yeah.
For a label head to put that much attention, they're beginning of a boutique label, something small like how the Headbangers or whatnot, and for someone to pay so much attention to every single one of their bands like that, it's really phenomenal. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Like, they seem to be putting, like, they're almost like a more underground version of Relapse, and I really like that they're putting that much time and effort into their bands to give them, like, fucking, like, instead of just black vinyl, you're getting fucking splatter vinyl that looks cool as shit. And all this other shit that you wouldn't expect from a small label.
Yeah, or like our label mates Lurk, they have a gold one coming out. Like, that's awesome. Yeah. So, just the fact that it's just, I don't know, everything just looks so pleasing. Like, you want to own it. So that's also what I really like about Transcending release, that sometimes you probably don't even know much about the band, but you want to now because of the release and because of the vinyl, or because of the box set, or because of the album cover, because of how awesome it looks.
Yeah. What gear do you guys use? Like, I was trying to look into your site, and I never saw anything specifically about, like, what instruments or what brands you guys use.
Well, drum-wise, I'm kicking on a Pro Export, and drum gear is just all over the place, but I really can't pinpoint it. Trying to get into the vinyl cymbals, so those are pretty gnarly. I'm hoping people see them because they kind of fit the format that we try to put out there, but drum-wise, it's kind of all over the place. Rare. For me, on bass, I'm using LTE CF104, just putting some G&G pickups in there that we got a cool endorsement with a couple months back.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I'm playing through a Boris 4-stroke. It's not just made for June, that's for sure. I remember last year I went to Red River Family Fest in Texas, Austin, and the majority of the backline was orange gear, and it's just like, for black metal to sound that great to orange, I gotta pick myself one up, So I did that. Oh yeah, and for guitar, I'm gonna speak for Brian, who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight, but
okay.
We both use Solar guitars, and we use the Artist series, which is the Swamp Ash body guitar, so it gives us that really bright and piercing tone that we want in conjunction with our EMG pickups. And amplifier-wise, where it makes a boogie, guys, he uses a dual rectifier, and I use a Mark IIc Plus, but the reissue, the John Petrucci signature. And we use regular Celestion B30 speakers, and the combo that we get out of that, this is years of tweaking between him and I. We had Marshalls and went to PV, and then we finally reached what I like to call in my opinion at least, the holy grail of amplifiers of Mesa Boogie. He, with his rectifier, he gives that low end power, and with my Mark series, we get that high, bright, crunchy tone. And live, especially because unfortunately on the record we hadn't had our Mesa Boogie yet, but we create this tone where it's a great balance of low power and high piercing gain, and it's a great balance with Rod's drumming and Josh's really very, I guess the best way to say it is thunderous bass tone that he has. And yeah, it really comes down to our Mesa Boogies because they just sound so clear, and we need a lot of clarity, especially because just how fast we play, and we do shift a lot of chords and between measures and all of that. So it sounds really nice when it's really clear.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, basically, I mean, I don't know how much detail you want me to get with our gear, but I can go on.
I mean, I was just asking because I'm always curious, and I know that there's gearheads out there that are just like, I want to know what the fuck they're using.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess on the record, for guitar amps, we use PV 6505 plus. But currently now, and for the future music that we're making, it's going to be all mixed with me.
Cool.
You can come out to a live show and check it out. We gotta go play it. We gotta do it.
Dawn of Eternity Guitar Larry in the chat room asked, why EMG pickups over other pickups?
Well, they with the amplifiers, they for some reason they just sound so much better than other pickups that I tried with the amplifiers that we have. I tried Seymour Duncan's. I tried the bare knuckle pickups as well, and I guess personally for me, I like the quick response that the EMG give us. We use the X series actually, not just the regular 80. Well, I use the 81 in the bridge, but Brian uses the 85 in the bridge, the X series. So it gives us a lot more headroom, and it sounds a little more organic compared to the regular 81 and the 85. And yeah, I just think personally with the mixed boogies, they sound really good. But that doesn't mean that the other pickups don't sound good, because they sound great. But I guess because of the Swamp Ash body and the pickup selection that we have in the amplifiers, they just sound really good. And I know a lot of people don't really like EMGs, or they just kind of are quick to, point the finger or just dislike them. But
Yeah.
I really like them, and we really like them. So, they just sound, to us, they just sound really good. And it just goes well with our sound.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love Fishman pickups. They're fantastic. But I guess with our settings and whatnot, it just didn't give us that bite and that power that we were looking for.
Oh yeah, that was about to lead me to his next question. He also wanted to know your thoughts on Passive or Fishman.
Yeah, like Fishmen are fantastic. Like I said before, they're great, and yeah, I mean, it really came down between the EMG and the Fishmen. But like I said, our settings and our gear really was the be all end all. And in terms of Passive, I mean, there's a pickup maker right now that I really like called Lundgren Pickups, and I really like the bare knuckle stuff, and I really like the DiMarzio stuff as well. Those are really good too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Megan in the chat room wants to know what your guys' favorite horror movies and monsters are.
Horror movies? I gotta throw it out there. Jason Voorhees, Varna, is probably like horror. I don't know. Is he a creature? He's like a zombie, right? Kind of all over the place. But you know what? I think one of the best horror movies I've seen recently is it's Trick or Treat. And that's more like an anthology. It has like a bunch of stories. Like that's the first time I was like, oh man, finally, it's really good. Like it was a little campy, but it was, I don't know, I stuck it. For me, I personally like, it's kind of in between Day of the Dead and Dead Alive. I'm big on practical effects, and holy shit, practical effects up the wazoo there, man. Dead Alive, Peter Jackson, right? Yeah, Elijah Jackson, and then obviously George Romero, R.I.P. for Day of the Dead. And for monsters, I think my favorite monster would be the Phantom. I mean, I love the original, black and white silent film. That was just amazing for me the first time I saw it. So that's probably my favorite, horror monster for sure. Yeah, for me, actually, I'll probably say The Shining. Yeah, that movie, man,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just everything about it. Jack Nicholson's great in that.
Oh hell yeah.
And as far as monster, I guess Dracula. I love Dracula, man. Yeah, he's iconic and just everything about him. Transylvania, Castle. Transylvania, Dracula. Oh yeah. Castlevania.
Oh yeah, the new Castlevania series they have on Netflix is fucking badass.
Hell yeah, man, it's great.
And like they get, oh shit, isn't the new season starting in 10 days?
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yeah. And they're timing it with the fucking PS4 remaster of the two different Castlevania games.
Yeah. Those are fantastic. Hell yeah, those are great games.
Oh yeah. Let's see what I got next. What sci-fi elements or pop culture influenced your band?
Ooh, man. Yeah. We're really big on video games that are in that sci-fi vein. I can't even begin. I don't know if people caught. I would say maybe. Well, that's a little bit on yet. But some people who do play Destiny will catch that, which is, a sci-fi FPS shooter.
Yeah.
We were real big fans of the first game. I don't know what the second game. I tried it a little bit. I wasn't happy before this expansion that came out. But, obviously stuff like Star Wars, Aliens, Predator for sure. I think Predator kind of dominates the look that we wanted to get out of maybe the ship, but some kind of flair. There's way too many to name, but movies definitely any. I would say I would just say Predator is probably what. Yeah, we wanted to just these advanced civilization, and all they do is just fuck shit up. Yeah, pretty much the look of because black metal is very ancient, right? So you listen to that music and it just kind of gives off a very ancient vibe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Predator being the prime example. Predator, Star Wars as well, and Doom and just stuff like that, Blade Runner, and just Alien. It's cool because it feels ancient, but it's also futuristic. Yeah. So especially Blade Runner, because it's
oh yeah.
so dark and futuristic, but so dirty, and just very very. I don't know. I can't really put it into words, but it's just that kind of vibe, a very chaotic, very archaic vibe, but in a different setting. Versus, because one of my favorite bands is Satyricon, and they had that ancient sound, especially on the early records. But you think medieval, ancient castles, and just that type of sound. So with this, it's kind of we kind of try to sound ancient. We kind of try to bring our own edge to it, but we are also inspired by how sci-fi can be so ancient as well. So kind of like that, and you'll definitely see that in the future as well. More of that in the future with stuff that we have planned.
Oh yeah. I noticed you guys fucking name drop Doom in there.
Yeah,
I fucking love the shit out of Doom. I'm younger than the generation that grew up with the original Dooms, but I did grow up with Doom 3, and then I went back and played the original ones. Fuck, my DJ name is based off of the new Doom.
Oh, nice. When you think of, is it Eternal? I think that's the,
Yeah, Doom Eternal? Man, that fucking gameplay release. I was so pumped for it, I started sharing that shit in my DJ page. I am fucking ready to play that fucking game.
Yeah, sword, half knife.
And
I mean, look at that. There's Mars. Yeah, you go to hell, dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're and just other forms of, media like that, when we try to incorporate it as well in other forms. So, just like if you brought up Doom, it's really, really kick-ass.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also really brutal at the same time. But the idea, they're on Mars, they're going to hell.
Yeah, that was some off-the-wall creativity with that fucking game.
Yeah.
Another thing, I kind of figured that you guys had some Star Wars inspiration, because the ship on the cover for Cipher kind of reminds me of an Imperial Star Destroyer, from the back at least.
Yeah. It's kind of a homage to everything we liked out of all sci-fi. I mean, but it's just something we wanted to, it was kind of stuck, we wanted to be something like, oh, this is kind of recognizable, because, if you did something that was kind of out of shape, like a sphere or something, I don't know, it'd be kind of, you lose that, like, edginess. If we did some kind of different form, and, Adam Burke did a really good translation on what we wanted out of it, and I mean, it's like a Star Destroyer, it's not a Star Destroyer, the color's a little different, Star Destroyers have this, very white, almost white-gray, and we went for more of a, dark blue, but it just, so that was pretty crazy. We gotta keep it. I mean, yeah, it was kind of like a Star Destroyer, but it's kind of our own take on it.
Yeah, I like that. Like, there's definitely, I could definitely feel an inspiration there, but it was still like an original thing. I'm like, that's fucking cool. I love that.
Yeah,
I'm really fucking big on Star Wars myself. Like, I have, like, my mom's old fucking Star Wars figures from the fucking 80s in my room, like the Rancor and Jabba and all that shit. I'm really... And they look new as shit, too. So I'm really into that myself. And I also kind of felt like I'm not much of a StarCraft player myself, but I did kind of, like, at least from your first EP, I did feel a fucking StarCraft inspiration there.
Yeah, StarCraft is, there was a point since StarCraft, particularly, I'll kind of say, I don't know if you've seen Heart of the Swarm, maybe like the CG intro, or like the little trailer that they popped out. Like, we kind of wanted to translate that kind of devastation of just, invasion, just something out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what it made me think of.
Nice. Yeah, man, I watched that trailer, like, dude, these guys have all this tech, and what are you going to do? You just can't stop this, And that's what we wanted to, that's the feeling we wanted to get out of the quantum. Just, Unreal Engine just dropping in out of nowhere. That's over.
Yeah. Fuck. What was my next question? What caused the band to form and you guys to make your first demo EP?
I guess it was because it just kind of fell into place. I mean, I was always writing riffs, but never really took it too seriously because I guess back then I didn't feel too confident in what I had. So I kind of just would just throw riffs around, keep them, and then I met Rodney, and we actually met at a Judas Priest concert, formally, because we've met before, but we formally met at a Judas Priest concert. Actually, I also met Brian, our other guitar player, who is Rodney's brother there.
Oh, cool.
And after that, I believe at a Winter Sun show, that's when we kind of sealed the deal, where I was telling him, like, hey man, you know what, I think I'm ready to start a band, and this is what the influences are, and this is kind of what I'm going for. But I guess to kind of like soften it and not really pressure him into joining a band, I just asked him, like, hey, come on, we can jam some covers or something. And we were jamming some covers, and it really wasn't kind of working until I started playing some original stuff. And once I started playing the original stuff, that's when Rodney was a little more, I guess he kind of saw the picture at that point. And that's when he decided to come back again. It came out just, hey, you want to jam? And yeah, we're doing covers and show me some original stuff. Like, this is good, man. Why don't we just put it into motion and see what's up? That every riff has been crazy, and I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up with them, honestly.
Dawn of Eternity Guitar Larry in the chat room wants to know what you guys think of other subgenres.
Ooh, every subgenre has, it's there to please the people that are writing. I mean, if you want to write black metal, do black metal. Go for it. You want to do, deathcore, black and death metal, death black, death thrash. It's way too many, and I honestly think it's amazing that people take this one specific like heavy metal and it just branched out like all these groups, and it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know. To me, metal being I won't kind of say like the seed, and then sprout everything, all these other little subgenres. It's crazy. There's new stuff I'm discovering every so often, but some stuff takes a little while. I don't know if you're like clowncore or something like that. I don't get listening. Not to like put down or anything. It's just, to me, that's not my flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, personally, like for me, there's a couple subgenres I can't get into. Like I respect some of them, but then some of the people in them is just I just can't get into it at all, or even respect it sometimes.
Yeah, that's just how it is. But I mean, I'm just happy people are like, hey, you know what? I like this. How about we do it like this?
Yeah.
On this genre, you think maybe we should try it with this, or that's the beauty of it. And to me, I'm willing to give anything a try, and if I don't dig it, that's cool, and more power to the people that do. Yeah, it's all subjective. I try not to really pay attention to the negatives. I see it like this: it's there. Somebody enjoys doing it, and as much as we enjoy doing what we play, I think it's fair to give whoever is enjoying what they're playing credit, because that same joy that we get from playing our music and writing our music is the same joy that they get writing their music, even if it's not your cup of tea. So it's really it's subjective, but that's just my stance on it. If somebody is making it, it's because they enjoy it, and more power to them, because it makes them happy. And maybe our style of black metal isn't something that other people enjoy, or maybe they do enjoy it and whatnot. But it's just like I said, it's out there because somebody enjoys it, whether it be the listener or the creator. So I think sure, why not create your technical, progressive, blackened hip hop or whatever. If it makes you happy, go for it. Enjoy it. Yeah, just enjoy it on either end. Yeah, making it or listening to it. Go with it.
Yeah, like that's one of the things that makes metal so cool, is that there's they've almost made subgenres, and there's so many of them that the subgenre isn't really like a thing anymore. It's more like we're just looking at it as just metal, where you can just take whatever subgenre you want and make whatever the fuck you want, and it can still be metal. And the fucking elitists and whatever, especially with black metal, they're I only listen to true cult black metal, and then they start hating on bands like Satyricon, and they say that they're just rock and roll black metal and that they're shit. And I think Satyricon is the shit when it comes to black metal, and I fucking love Satyricon.
One of the greatest black metal bands of all time.
Yes.
And but there's always going to be someone like that out there. There's always going to be someone who just doesn't like it, and in their opinion, it shouldn't be what it is. But if you look at it back in the day, let's take it back to, not like I was there, but let's just look in retrospect and look metal thing started. And you look at what bands were there. You have Immortal, Mayhem, Burzum, Emperor,
yeah,
Satyricon, Enslaved. If you really, really think about it, none of these bands sound the same. You
yeah.
can put on Emperor, and then you can put on Mayhem right after, and they sound totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are similarities, like, you know, the production and like the drumming and the guitar riffing style, but you know, you don't like you're gonna put on you know, Feeble Streams from the Forest of Known from Burzum, and then you're gonna put on Iron Black Wizard, and then you're gonna get a totally different band, but at the same time, you call it black metal.
Yeah.
So you know, people try to label something when even at its birth, it didn't have a very strict sound. You know, they all sounded different, and now you look at them today, you look at Satyricon, and they still sound great.
Oh
and
yeah, their new album was badass.
It's incredible. And then you can listen to Isan's newest album, and you wouldn't think, if you didn't know who Emperor was, that Emperor was, you know, he wrote the music for Emperor, or even Immortal, or, you know, I mean, some bands kind of sound similar, but,
yeah,
you know, these guys evolved because they kind of just played what their interpretation of darkness and their message in black metal is, and they evolved from it. So it's really just kind of playing, I guess, we're playing with their interpretation. You know, they weren't following any rules, so why should we?
yeah. Like if every black metal band now just did like the lo-fi singing about church burning thing, then black metal probably wouldn't have survived as long as it did.
Yeah. Exactly.
At least if you guys wanted to do that, you could make it sound like you're in a space vacuum burning a church on the moon or something.
Space station church. Space church.
What inspired the name of your band?
Oh, this one's a hidden gem, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. It's another very obscure reference to a sci-fi game. Me and Sergio are actually huge fans of the Metroid series.
Oh.
There's a particular game that came out on the DS called Metroid Hunters.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
And there's a particular character that we thought was so gnarly. It was such a crazy thing. It was I can't remember his name. His name's Trey. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
His race, though. You remember his race is the Kraken. They're from the Kraken Empire, and his gun is called the Imperialist, and the gun is really powerful. It's a sniper rifle, and it's like an ultra high powered laser beam, and it's just really awesome. Yeah, we dug it. It was a one shot kill, and no matter where it hits you, and that's where like, dude, that's crazy. This guy can go invisible. He can punch down, and we're like, dude, this has to be, you know, we got to take inspiration from it. But it just so happens that Imperialist kind of landed. Like, dude, this sounds so dope. That's just a one word name. I don't know. I always like that it's just one word, and it's impactful, and it's just one shot. You know. Yeah. Strong call takes.
Yeah, it's cool that your name actually came from Metroid. Metroid's like the most metal shit Nintendo ever did, and I never played Hunters, but I thought Hunters looked badass. Like I've played a bit of the first Metroid Prime, and I played a bit of the third one, and I actually need to get into my fucking Metroid collection and actually finish one of them, because I have a plethora of them, and I still haven't beat a single fucking one of them.
But it's just, man, it is a great series. Every single game is something
Oh yeah.
And we dug it. Like, dude, this is us. This is something we want to like just model after.
Yeah, yeah, we had a couple names that were going around. I don't even remember because that's how forgettable they are. But for some reason, the one that kind of popped in my head when I brought it up was Imperialist. And I was saying, you know what? That name is it's strong. It's very powerful. It's one word, and the history behind it is kick ass because we really like the game, and the design of the character is really dope too. We like we just like how he looks. He looks really evil, and then and his backstory, his race is basically out to kill the Federation and Samus Aran. They just hate her so much. Like, these guys are hardcore barbarians from outer space, man. So, yeah, I mean, why not? It's really good.
Yeah, just don't let Nintendo find out or else they'll take all your fucking money.
Yeah. No, just the name. We did all our research and our homework. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I was just kidding. I know how they are about that shit, though, like demonetizing YouTubers and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Will you guys ever do a black metal cover of a Star Wars track?
Oh, man. I mean, Binary Sunset would probably kind of be in this Moon Star where we feel if we can pull it off, but as far as covers, I don't think we can do justice to John Williams stuff, honestly.
Yeah, some things are better left untouched, like Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
I don't think we will ever cover an Iron Maiden song because we shouldn't. I just think we would, like, there's no point because we just won't do it any justice. So, like, especially with Star Wars, like, no way. I mean, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah. So, we want and try. Yeah.
I kind of just threw that in there more so jokingly. But, like, I was thinking about it, like, you guys are named Imperialists, the Imperial March would be fucking metal as shit.
Oh, it'd be crazy.
That would be pretty cool.
But yeah, John Williams, man, everything he's fucking scored is so good.
Ridiculous, man, and it just stays in your head, and it's Jurassic Park particularly. Yeah.
Are there any bands you guys hope to tour with in the near future?
What was that? I'm sorry?
Are there any bands you guys hope to tour with in the near future?
Oh, man. Way too many to name. We all have our favorites, and we obviously want to, play or tour with a band that we kind of would compliment. Cause, I mean, if we're playing for a band and then they're maybe like a death metal band, I'm not sure if we'll fit in there. I like a lot of death metal bands, so I don't think it'd be a good fit for them. But I don't know, it'll be crazy. Like, I would say Unleashed. I'm a big fan of Unleashed. We might fit with them, but more in the lines of like, I don't know, maybe Moon Sorrow or I would like to play with like more of the folky black metal stuff, like Central or something. That'd be a crazy thing.
That's cool.
Personally, for me, I really don't like how much of a Road Dogg's Goat Horror is, so I'd love to do a little tour with them. They seem like they're fun and just, I think we compliment them a lot for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you like my dream band that I'd like to tour with, but I mean, I guess, I would love to tour with like Immortal or Satirical. That would be fun.
Oh, that would be badass.
But yeah, or like Emperor, like open for Emperor. If our band ended the next day, I'd be happy. But I guess right now, it would be great to tour with Abigail Williams. Ken Sorceron is a good friend of mine and the band, and he actually mixed and mastered our record. And I think it would be awesome if we would tour with them, or I can't think of another band at the moment. Just like yeah, there's a lot, that I would think of, that I can think of at the top of my head. But yeah, just
You guys, speaking of tours, are you guys playing any shows soon?
We actually have our CD release show on October 26th. So we're doing that. I know it's 6 days after the album release, but it's at the 5-Star in downtown LA. And then we're doing this little festival in Orange County, city of Santa Ana, called Ruin Fest. Just this band, Voices of Ruin, that does it every year. You know, we're playing with a bunch of bands from Southern California. Another one being Ex Mortis, who is also co-headlining. So, yeah, man. So those are 2 shows for the rest of the year, and then we're just looking forward to the future, see what next year brings.
Cool. What are the best ways for people to support your band?
Facebook and Instagram, man. We have a Bandcamp up with our music, and merch is up all for sale if they want to pick something up or, you know, just check out the songs, you know. Yeah, the Transcending Obscurity website. Yeah. It pretty much has all the links to everyone. Yeah. Everything. The YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram. Just connect with us, Facebook, you know, buy merch, listen to music. Bandcamp is definitely out there.
Yeah, and if you're local, you know, you can come out and check us out at a show in LA. And our website, too, www.imperialistofficial.com. That can also direct you into the other directions of social media and Transcending Obscurity and our Bandcamp and the Transcending Obscurity Bandcamp and all of that other good stuff in regards to the band and the label and everything Imperialist.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you guys. Before I let you guys go, can I get you guys to make a tag for my show?
Of course, yeah.
Alright, so if you guys just... I don't know how you guys would want to do it, but if you want to say your guys' names and then say, we're from Imperialist, and then say you're listening to DJ Doomslayer on Metal Devastation Radio, and you can add whatever the fuck you want to that.
Yeah, sure. Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, ready whenever you guys are.
This is Ron. This is Josh.
This is Sergio. We're Imperialist, and you're with DJ Doomslayer on Metal Devastation Radio.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for the interview, and I really fucking enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us, man. We really appreciate it. And, yeah, thanks for playing our music. It's very humbling, and we're just glad that you enjoy Cipher when it releases this Friday.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck yeah, guys.